by Dana. All right? Sorry, Dana, to give you another job.
Hey, Dana, I'm just going to give this back to you.
I'm going to be bowled over.
My hero. Okay, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, I'm Dave.
Not of this, but of the event. Candid, still. Okay, think about it.
You guys ready?
We are ready!
Yeah.
The shorter one, you should come forward.
Yeah, I'm always in the front. I
might even do a couple
shorter people. We can put some
And we're also wearing heels today,
You
so
okay?
I see you back.
Okay.
You like double it up. That's how I want to organize people.
There you go.
You start playing for them. Anyone else?
We didn't do it with a den mother. Really.
Generally, whatever.
Our friends in the media ready? Good. Good morning. And thank you all for joining us today, especially our representatives from Citizens Climate Lobby, Rochester Youth Climate Leaders, Rochester People's Climate Coalition, and the many advocates and activists who are standing alongside us both physically and in spirit as we seek to declare and state that we have a global climate emergency. The science on this is clear. Climate change is real, it is already occurring, and it is an existential threat to the planet Earth as we know it. Behind me, we chose this particular point of view for a reason. You can see for miles the trees, the views of this beautiful city, the wildlife in the park below, and the reservoir just to behind you that supplies drinking water for the city of Rochester that is clean and free of pollution. This park and all the things that we associate with it underscores exactly what we are all fighting to protect. The current pace of global average temperature rise puts approximately half of all planets and animals on Earth at risk of extinction. Let that just sink in for a moment. Half of all plants and animals on planet Earth are at risk of extinction. Indeed, scientists predict climate change will produce catastrophic results by the year 2050, including days of lethal heat, collapsed ecosystems, and more than 1 billion people displaced unless immediate action is taken. The future of our food supply and sources, our ecosystems, our clean air and water, and parks like this are all very much in jeopardy. That's why we stand today to declare a climate emergency and strongly support climate emergency resolution to demand a comprehensive, large-scale, immediate response to address climate change and protect our planet for future generations. To support the goals outlined in the Climate Emergency Resolution, I'm proud to sponsor a package of legislation aimed at reducing our national carbon footprint, protect our critical natural resources, and safeguard our environment. I'm especially pleased to co-sponsor House Bill 763, the Energy, Innovation, and Carbon Dividend Act, to help our nation transition away from the use of carbon and fossil fuels and create a more sustainable economy. This bipartisan legislation, which you'll hear more about shortly from our friends at Citizens Climate Lobby, is a significant step forward in our efforts to address climate crisis. Unfortunately, we face a president and his administration that continues to deny the severe and impending threat climate change poses and continues to cut funding to the agencies seeking to fight its detrimental effects. That's why it's more important than ever for Congress to take action. In addition to the Energy, Innovation, and Carbon Dividend Act, I'm proud to co-sponsor the Climate Action Now Act to reaffirm our commitment to the Paris Climate Agreement and prevent any federal funds from being used to pull out of it. I also sponsor legislation to permanently fund the Land and Water Conservation Fund, which the Trump administration has repeatedly attempted to severely cut, as well as legislation to safeguard our local water supplies, encourage the growth of environmental-friendly technologies, and much more. Climate change is a defining issue of our time, and how we respond to it will determine the fate of generations to come. I think about this when I see my children, and I think about it when I look in the faces and the eyes of my grandchildren. We must take bold, decisive action to save our planet, and we must do it now. I'll continue to fight every day in Congress to advance the measures that we have before us and ensure we leave behind a healthy, clean, vibrant world for future generations.